Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper, coming to you on a Thursday afternoon, on a beautiful sunny afternoon. It started out being overcast today, but it is now turning out to be sunny, and it's 75 degrees. Hi, Ruthie. I'm glad you're joining me. I hope you enjoy this video and perhaps learn something from it, although I think you probably already know the technique. So today I have a few things I want to share with you before we get into making a card. Got the new catalog for the holiday stamp sets. It goes live on August 4th. My birthday, yay, what a great day. And so I wanted to show you the cover of it and a couple of things that I have made from it. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll get on with this Facebook Live. Glad to have you all join me, and thank you for those who join later on. I will not be able to answer your questions or make comments while I'm filming because I just can't quite get to be able to see that at the same time that I'm filming. So at any rate, so let's begin. I'll turn the camera down and we'll get started. Okay, so that was a little smoother this time than last time, I think, I hope. So the front of the catalog, it's like this. I'm going to check and see if it's, yep, it shows up just right. So I can't show you the insides until August 4th, but it's got all kinds of lovely things on the front. And out of one of the stamp sets, actually it's a whole suite of poinsettias, and it's called poinsettia petals. And this card is one that I made. I happen to really like it. It's going to be a swap card with the poinsettias. And the thing about this die and bundle set, stamp set, is that you can make 3D flowers with it as well. So this one was just one stamp that you stamp down and then cut out with the dies. This card is 3D, and you can kind of see there are 3 different size sets of petals. So there's this one. And then one of my favorite things to make lately, and I'm going to be doing a video on it, is called the Trifold Twist card. This is the card with it closed, and this time I made it with the poinsettia suite. So when you open it up, and you go to open it, and voila! There's your greeting and the message on the inside. And then it folds back up and it's like this. I absolutely love cards that move, and this one I think does it perfectly. I added to the center of the flowers on this card, the centers, yeah, they're the same ones. They're from the holiday rhinestones that are in the annual catalog. They come with this color comes with a light green and a dark green and a red. There's 5 different colors. So at any rate, that is one of the wonderful suites that is in the paper as part of it. You can see this is one side of the designer series paper, and then this is the other side of that paper. In this card, there were pine cones. It's one of the designs, and I can't show you the other side yet. Okay, so that was that. Now today I am going to make a was going to do a re-inker smoosh, and that did not work out the way I had planned. So plan B is to do a saran wrap or plastic wrap background. And of course, it didn't have the card back over here because I had just scanned it in. So this is the card we are going to make. And it uses several different products besides saran wrap. It uses this stamp set Ornate Thanks. That comes with a suite with Ornate Garden, and it has beautiful designer series paper. Also has this gorgeous Ornate Layers dies, and used this one to cut out the black background or border for our card. So using that, and I have already pre-die cut this layer, because you can see, you know how to run things through the Big Shot. Okay. Also, I will be using the rectangular stitch framelits. So happens to be that this die, the smallest one of the wider rectangles, perfectly fits in that area. So I'm going to be stamping on Whisper White cardstock. A scrap of it, and then we have a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock, and then the base is the Poppy Parade. It is 5.5 by 8.5, folded in half. So we'll fold that in half and get that out of the way right off the bat. We'll make a nice crisp fold to it. Okay, in addition to that, I'm going to be using crushed curry ink pad and Poppy Parade. Now, last week I was trying to recreate the background from Paper Pumpkin Kit from June, and I tried to do an alcohol smoosh, and it made a really nice background, but it didn't achieve what I had hoped. And I had hoped that the re-inker smoosh would do it, but that didn't do it either. Okay, so you have a piece of paper, a plastic wrap that you scramble all up into a ball and hang on to it, and then you just tab in different places on your card, just like that. I'm going to close this up again so I don't get any more ink on everywhere. And then with a separate one, crushed curry, plop that in there. These are the colors that were used on the June Paper Pumpkin card. And I kind of like the way they go together. And there you go. That's the background. Maybe I'll put a little bit of yellow in that spot. So that's all there is to it. This is called the plastic wrap background technique. Simple, simple, simple. And yet it provides kind of a unique design to it. Let that dry for just a minute, set it aside. Now I've got to stamp the thanks. Oh, I'm going to do that, the greeting out of paper, out of Poppy Parade. And I love cutting things out with die cut because I can stamp. And I don't have to worry if it's stamped straight or if it's crooked, because when I go to cut it out, I can adjust for that. If I have to worry about it being straight, I recommend the Stamparatus, because you can line everything up and then put your piece of cardstock in there, line everything up, make sure your stamp is straight and has stamped straight on a sample, and that's the only other way that I know of to be able to get it always straight. So I'll be back in just a second while I cut it out. Using this die, the smallest one. Be right back. So here it is, cut out. If I can get it out of the die. And I'm going to attach it to this pre-die cut background, just with stamp and seal. Yep. Have to always check to see if it actually put. There, just like that. Now I think our design piece is probably dry enough. We'll put that on the card front. Stampin' Up! Has designed their own die cutting machine and embossing machine. The large standard size, that's the same size as the Big Shot, is going to be available the first part of September. But they also are coming up with a smaller, cute little one, half size, that most of our dies and most of the embossing folders will be able to go through, which will be available by the end of the year. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, where are my... Oh, I think put them over here. If you could see beyond the camera, you would see what a mess I've got here. I am not one of those well-organized stampers. Because it's more fun, isn't it, to stamp than to straighten up. Oop. Need to put that closer to the center. Well, I guess maybe it's there. And just mount that right there on the front. And then to finish off the card, I'm going to make a bow out of this Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon. Watch me fumble my bow this time. do have a bow maker, and I do like using it. Particularly if I have to make a number of bows, it is much faster than hand tying them. But this one seems to have worked really well. Part of the trick is to learn which part of the loop to pull to tighten without having the ends come way out or having the bows get really big. And it's these two back parts. And we'll stick it on with a glue dot. Right there. Now this card is going to go to somebody. It says thanks, and one of the things that's really great about this ornate thanks stamp set is all of these little things that you can add to the bottom of the thanks. So you can say, why thanks, or thanks my friend, or seriously thanks, or thanks ever so much. I'm so grateful. And what I'm going to do is use this one down here that says for all you do. And I happen to have it already mounted on my stamp thing. A suggestion with these clear mounts, in particular, with these photopolymer stamps, and particularly the ones that have a small cursive thing like this, is if you stamp them with maybe red ink, or in this case I'm using Memento ink, and that helps to give you some idea of what the wording is, makes it easier to see. And on the inside of the card, and I had better wipe off my edge here. So on the inside of the card, I'm going to stamp for all you do. All I have to do now is sign it. Oh yeah, and put my thing on the back, which I think I'll just do right now. Some time ago, several years ago, Stampin' Up! Would allow you to make to order a stamp set. A stamp. And this one I had made up. It is kind of the logo Rain or Shine. It's Stamping Time is my kind of my byline for the Soggy Stamper. So I had it made up with my name, first name, and www.soggystamper.com. Can't read that part very well, but it's still there. And I'm going to stamp it in the Poppy Parade on the back of the card. Oh, and also, if we're going to sell cards, you have to have the copyright thing. And in one of the stamp sets called Make a Difference, there is one stamp that says copyright Stampin' Up! And I have put that below my logo thing so that it's on the back of all my cards right off the bat. So there you have it. And I just keep that mounted on this card, on this block, totally, all the time. So it's always ready. And I use a variety of different inks when I do that on the back of my cards. So we have used Saran Wrap to make the background, and crushed curry and Poppy Parade to ink up for the background. We've used the ornate thanks stamp set, And we have used the Ornate Layers dies. I've used the ruched Daffodil Delight ribbon, and we have used the rectangle stitching frames, stitched frameless dies. They're just called dies now. So if you want to create this card for yourself, go to Soggy Stamper Creations by Sue at stampinup.net to place your order. And during the month of July, for every $50 that you order, you will get a gift certificate or a coupon for $5 off on your orders that you place in August. So that's kind of a nice thing, kind of fun to get a little credit to apply to your holiday ordering. So go to my Stampin' Up! Thing there. I urge you to go to my blog to keep track of what I'm doing. If you have any questions, you can call me, 907-401-0192. Particularly if you want to get the new catalog, give me a call. Or email me at sue@soggystamper.com. So I thank you for being here today and watching with me to do this technique. I will have this up on my YouTube channel by the end of the day, so that you can watch it again, or you will be able to see it on my Facebook page, because it doesn't go away from there either. So thank you so much, and you have a great afternoon and evening. See you later, next week, at least, if not sooner. Bye-bye.